We start in Region 1, which is, for me, the most wide-open region in the bracket. I think that you've got 3, potentially 4 teams that have a chance to win Region 1. You start with, for me, my pick, not to ruin the ending here, but Seagraves. Corey Kyle, that running game, that defense. I love the way they play football, the physical. I'm a big believer that the more physical team is the team you default to, and I think Seagraves may be the most physical team in Region 1. So there's that. I think you could also go with a team like Crosbyton. They've been excellent. I think you could go with a team like Vega. They won their district. They are unbeaten. The Longhorns have been rolling people. Coach Ken Purcell's alma mater, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could go with a team, if you squint, you can see a team like Sunray making a run. But for now, I like Seagraves. That's me. I know that Mike likes Vega, which is fine. I think Crosbyton's in that mix as well.
I'm going Seagraves, so I'm right there with you.
Region 2, I think you've got 2 teams that are a little bit ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
I think you've got Albany, who of course was in a title game last year.
Yep.
Alex Faith and that incredible offense. Drew Neese, their quarterback. Their defense has come around this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Ira Ann.
Yeah.
Ira Ann. Sorry.
Okay.
The Braves have been excellent. And I had somebody ask me about this pick because I picked Albany over Ira Ann.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that if they meet, that's a coin flip. I think that's a coin flip. The other team in this mix is Seymour. Seymour's been excellent as well.
Seymour is my dark horse run pick. I've got about 3 or 4 through all the classifications. Seymour is one that I am.
You can ride that.
Gonna see if we can pull that off. But I wouldn't be surprised if Albany just bum rushes the whole thing and says, "Hey, we deserve to be right back there."
Or Ira Ann. Those are the 2 that I've got my eye on.
I mean, look, I picked Ira Ann, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Albany just nips them all.
Region 3. Speed. And again, I think there's 2 teams that stand out above the fray. I think that it's Munster because of their speed, especially their speed on defense. And I think Tenaha, a team that has been so baffling that, I mean, this is a team, I believe they have 4 losses.
It's very similar to Newton.
The
way they started the year and the way they're playing now are completely different.
So they dropped their first game, their second game, their third game. They started 0-5. They started 0-5, and then they rattled off their next 5. And if you're a believer in peaking at the right time, they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
And they've got that speed, and the defense has been shored up, and that's the biggest thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now, and you also look at the teams they lost to, Alto.
Good teams.
White Oak.
Very good teams.
Joaquin.
Yep.
Bullard Brookhill, a perennial private school power. I like Tenaha, and I like Munster, and I like Munster to beat Tenaha in a title in a regional final.
Yeah.
Region 4. There is one team that you're going to recognize, and then 3 other teams that I could absolutely see winning it.
Really?
You're talking about Bremond, the defending state champs, Rashad Paul, and all those guys. The thing we mentioned at the title game last year is you look up and down that Bremond roster. As they're hoisting the trophy, you go, sophomore, junior, sophomore,
Here
junior,
they
sophomore,
come
junior. They're coming
again.
back. And they're back.
Yeah.
And they look great.
Yep.
Now, this is a bear trap of a region.
It is. It's tough.
Because Bremond would have to beat Kennedy, which they probably will.
Yeah.
Probably Woodsboro or Rock Springs, who is. And then they're probably playing Falls City. And you want to talk about a team with pedigree? The Beavers have pedigree.
Yeah.
They have been outrageous all year long. And then, if they get there, you've got one of the best chances for an extreme South Texas team to win a title in a long time in Bruni.
Yeah.
That the Badgers, their defense has been ludicrously good.
Yeah.
Watch out for them. For now, though, I ended up taking Bremond over Falls City.
Same.
You got Bremond over Louise, who is also in the mix.
Yep.
Louise should be there as well. And then you get to a title game. And
you went with the surprising pick here.
I'm going with Seagraves.
Yeah.
I think when you get down to that small school level, when you get down to the 2A level, if you have that one horse, like they've gotten Corey Kyle.
Oh yeah.
If you've got that one horse, go back and think about the teams with the Mason teams with David Mora, where all they did was turn and hand it to him, turn and hand it to him, and they play great defense.
Yeah.
That's what I like about them. Now, Bremond has that guy as well.
I was about to say, I mean, if that's the case, we're all headed towards the heavyweight fight with the 2 guys on each end.
And you know what? Albany's got that as well.
Yeah, that's true too.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a number of teams here that have a chance to make that run. I think Ira Ann has that as well.
Yeah.
For now, I've got Seagraves over Bremond. I know you have the inverse.
Yep.
And then Mike has Bremond over Albany. So
that's about right. I mean, those seem like
those
teams.
are the teams. I'd say teams with a legit chance: Seagraves, Albany, Ira Ann, maybe Munster, Bremond, Falls City, and Brady. Those are the 6.
All right.
Whereas in 2A Division 1, you have a clear favorite in Canadian. I think 2A Division 2 is wide open.
Yeah.
This is DCTF Live. You are watching right now, TexasFootball.com/live. We're here every weekday talking high school and college football in the state of Texas. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a show, because we know you can't be at your computer or your mobile device every day. But we want you to be involved in the show. Use the hashtag DCTF Live.